So there are two types of comments in MATLAB. A simple comment is anything from a percent sign to the end of that particular line. So for example, this begins my comment, and the comment might say something like, this script calculates the area of a square. Now that's a comment that's either an entire line or the end of a line. If you want to have a longer comment that spans multiple lines, it's everything between the percent sign and the left curly brace and percent sign and a right curly brace. So in between that, you can have a comment that is as many lines as you want. So let's go back and take a look at our silly script and add some comments to it. So in the code file that would be contained here, we put in some comments. First of all, a block comment that says, this is our first silly script. And then we have a comment before the first assignment statement that says assign an exclamation point, and then we assign that to a character variable. And then in the next little chunk of code, I have a comment that says generate a random integer in the range from 1 to 100 and print it. So we generate the random integer using the randi function and then print that in a formatted way using fprintf. Now the help command can be used on built-in functions, but it can also be used on code that you write. So if we type help silly, notice that what comes out, what gets printed here, is the very first comment line from the code file that says this is our first silly script. So it's actually worth it to make that first comment something that really is useful, something that really tells what the code is actually doing.